Good day. Welcome to today's Quick Tip Fix. Today we are going to talk about endurance and the difference between different kinds of endurance for training. So one endurance would be more like a muscular type endurance, which is important. All fitness aspects of training are important, but it's what you're training for. The second kind of endurance is more like a fight endurance. Okay, totally different way to train. Okay, you're not going to be hitting the weights, doing heavy weights and stuff like that. You may do that in a prior segment of your training session, depending on how you're breaking up your training. But muscular endurance is key. Fight endurance is different. And when you're doing it, you want to work on specific things. So for fight endurance, you're going to do things like, bag work, mitt drills, training with partners, actual sparring, right? You can add in all kinds of calisthenics to that. So your squats, your push-ups, your burpees, okay, and time them out, make them longer. Make sure you're working, if you're doing towards rounds for fighting, make sure you're also working in those same kind of time parameters, okay? So keep it intense, right? But not all the time, right? You want to build intensity over a period of time. You don't want to get injured, okay? So go to how you feel and then push that a little bit beyond, okay, to always get that a little bit better, okay? Remember, if you can improve by 1% a day, right, you will get, 30% better by the end of the month, okay, which 1% doesn't sound like a lot, but over a course of a month, that's a huge improvement, okay? So when you're training, if you're doing traditional karate and things like that, your katas, sparring, self-defense doesn't really give a whole lot of muscular endurance, okay, but the sparring and kata definitely does, okay? If you're training more to be a fighter, okay, you're not going to be doing the kata part, okay, but you're going to be doing, the pad drills, the bag work. Bag work is great because if you're hitting a heavy bag, right, and it's got some weight to it, right, it's going to tire you out just from hitting, okay? It's going to teach you a whole different kind of endurance, right, things you got to fight through. It's going to keep your cardiovascular going at the same time, which is another key part to endurance. So when you're training, okay, if you're training for endurance, depending on what you're training for, you will have to change how you train. So a good trainer, a good coach, a good sensei will be able to pick that stuff out and help you point in that right direction, so you get the maximum out of your training for all the time, okay? And it will shift, right? All training shifts throughout the year, okay? You can't always be in peak condition. You have to have a few valleys and you have to have a few peaks, okay? So know how you're training, know how to get to those valleys, and know how to get out of those and get back to the peaks, okay? Your valleys should never be really low, right? But they shouldn't be always at peak performance because your body does need recovery time, okay? So that's our quick tip for today. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you real soon with next week. We'll be a little bit more physical activity, okay, and movement in our quick tips. So have a good one. Thank you.